What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to have a very controversial video. We are going to talk about Doctor Strange. Yes, the original Doctor Strange. As it seems, this guy is garbage, or easy. Maybe he's actually good and people are just looking down on him because we had a bad experience with Scarlet Witch. So in this video we are going to take a look at the gameplay of Doctor Strange. We're gonna see exactly how he works with his team and if there is some viability or not with this character. I think people are actually going to be surprised on what you can do with this character, and maybe even it's gonna be one of your top choices for Dark Dimension 6 or Dark Dimension 5 if you are working on that right now. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, let's get started. Let's start talking about Doctor Strange. Okay, so let's take a look at Doctor Strange and his tags. So he's a hero, he's cosmic, he's mystic, he's support, supernatural, secret defenders, and war ready. Now, we mentioned in the past he's secret defenders, but he's also defenders. So that means not only is going to have synergies with the secret defenders, but is also going to have synergies with the defenders. We are talking about Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. We're going to talk about also Daredevil and Iron Fist. So that increases the viability of this character, and it could happen, but for any reason you could put this character together with the Heroes for Hire or anything like that, as he can pair up with all those characters. He's going to get more resistance, energy, and so on, which is going to greatly increase his viability. Then we also have to talk about his cost in terms of gear. He only requires 2 sets of mini uniques, and that makes him like a good choice for Dark Dimension 5, Dark Dimension 6. His centerpiece unique is used by a few important characters like Magneto and Brawn, so maybe for a new player this is not going to be one of the most convenient characters to gear up right away because you want to unlock Apocalypse. But after that, after you unlock Apocalypse, if you are in the mid-range or a veteran player, this could be a character that you consider once again to Dark Dimension 6 rather than Dark Dimension 5. In terms of the T-Force, he actually does not require a lot of T-Force. He does a little bit more damage, piercing. He increases the amount of health of the characters that he revives. He can revive Secret Defender allies, Supernatural allies, and 1 additional ally, so he can revive up to 2 characters, making him quite formidable for Dark Dimension 6, especially if we are using Photon, right? You could be using Doctor Strange, you could be using Photon, you could be using Val, and Val is going to revive Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is going to revive Val. So you have this cycle of revives that would be very interesting for Dark Dimension 6. Then we have this basic that applies offense down. If you have the T4 is going to apply offense down for 2 turns, which is okay, it's not great. But the passive is where this guy shines a little bit because of the speed bar. So whenever he has a turn, he's going to increase the speed bar of the character with the least speed bar by 15%. And once again, if you are using this character together with Photon, which you should because they are part of the same team and they are part of the same section of Dark Dimension 6, is going to increase the speed of whichever character you have. It can be Val, it can be Kang, it can be Photon, it can be Star-Lord Annihilation, it can be literally any character as long as they have the least speed bar. This becomes even better because when you take a look at Photon, Photon can give speed up and defense up for Doctor Strange on top of ability energy. So as you can see, Doctor Strange is going to be a lot faster than his team because of these extra synergies that he has with other characters. His base speed is quite slow at 108, but if you multiply this by the speed up that he gets, and you can get that ability quite often, then his speed is going to be a lot better. So you're going to multiply this, so 162 speed is actually going to be as fast as Kang, which is quite remarkable. So as you can see, it seems like this guy is not going to be good enough or not good at all. It's not the case. All of these synergies that he has are super important. Now, speaking of Dark Dimension 6 specifically, the cosmic nodes, there are a lot of characters that apply a lot of buffs. You have Captain Sam, we have Black Widows, a lot of those characters are giving speed up, defense up, and so on. And his special really comes through because you're gonna flip all those speed ups into speed downs, right? And with all that extra speed that he has from his buffs and also from his kit, is going to make him quite remarkable. And once again, the cycle of revives, it's going to be extremely important because the only characters that really matter is Kang and Val. Photon also helps because of the blinds and so on, but those are the two characters that really push you forward. And Doctor Strange is just a cheap option to take. Now, on his passive, whenever the passive is actually not very clear, but whenever the enemies gain positive effects, he's going to get deflects and charges and so on, which is going to increase the healing of the team and also going to increase his survivability. And then on top of that, he also gives more resistance to Photon, which is the character that you are going to use most of the time paired up with him. Now, in terms of stats, we're going to take a look at msf.gg, and we're going to take a look that his stats are actually not trash, and especially depending on which character you pair up with him. So you can see that he has over 1 million health without any buffs. This is just his normal base stats. 1 million health is very, very good, especially because you are talking about a character that we had available for like 4 years already. 4 years, maybe 5 years since the beginning of the game. And the armor is not as great, but that's okay. The focus and the resistance, they are the main point of this guy. And the health is not trash either. Why the health is not trash? Well, the reason why, when you go back to the game and when you take a look at which characters pair up with Doctor Strange, we have Ghost Rider is going to give him 40% more max health, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. And then you also have Black Cat that is also going to give him 50% max health, which is part of the passive. So as you can see, on his own, he already has great stats, but when you pair him up or with the previous leader, which was the normal Ghost Rider, or with the new leader, Black Cat, is going to be super, super tanky. He's going to get more armor also from Miss Marvel. He's going to get more health from the characters we mentioned. And in the future, you could even see this guy being quite important in Cosmic Crucible because he has so many synergies with other characters. And you could also use him right now in Alliance Wars with the Supernatural, with the Defenders, with the A-Force, or with the Secret Defenders. Okay, so that's all in terms of his kit and why you should consider him for Dark Dimension 6. Now let's take a look at some gameplay and see this in action and see exactly how much value this guy has, and if you're going to be able to use this to your advantage on Dark Dimension 6 and helping you to unlock Super Skull as fast as possible. Okay guys, so here we are on Dark Dimension 3. This is usually the best place where you can test the new characters, and we are going to use Secret Defenders and Ghost Rider as well. So we have a combination of the old team and new team, and maybe this is going to be a Theory Crafter dream because you can pair up so many characters together to have additional benefits. So let's get started. Let's see what Doctor Strange is going to be able to do. With his basic, he applies offense down. With the special, he flips positive effects into negative effects. He also applies negative effects to the primary target. And then the best part about his character is his ability to revive other allies. So you can see right away that he has insane amount of health compared to these new characters. Now let's smash these characters in the face. We're just going to do some typical gameplay to see him in action. We have Photon applying blind to everyone, and this is going to help you protect your Strange, your Val and your Kangs on Dark Dimension 6. Okay, negative effects. This is because of Ghost Rider. It's allowing the Doctor Strange to go faster. You're going to use his special just to flip those speed ups, which is what you want to do when you face Black Widow in Dark Dimension 6 Cosmic. And I also want to show you the negative effects that he applies to the primary target. So you apply the slow and apply the offense down. I think there is a chance of applying those negative effects more often than the other ones. Okay, basic. Because of the isolate setup that we have right now, we are applying a lot of healing with Doctor Strange. And you can see that now he has the speed up, so he's going to go super fast. Basic attack He's going to be able to revive if we want. He's going to be able to do his special soon as well. Let's use the special here. We are going to give more defense subs to the entire team. You can see that he's getting a bunch of deflects. This is because we have several characters of his team. Let's use a basic here. You can use Doctor Strange as a skirmisher or as a healer. I think those are going to be the best two options. And I'm not sure, but we can calculate that one of these days and see if the healer isolate impacts the health on revive or not. I think it does, but I'm not sure. Okay, so you can see that he has massive amount of deflects. He's getting healing all the time, and he's faster than the other characters because the team is getting the speed up, right? Okay, let's smash with Ghost Rider. Miss Marvel, she's about to tank. Now you're gonna be able to use his special again because we got that extra energy from Photon. So you're gonna do the special like all the time, applying negative effects all the time. And of course, here we are not reviving anyone, but if you are on the top difficulty of Dark Dimension 6, believe me that you'd be reviving Val and Kang all the time because the enemies have so much burst damage there. And especially if you are facing early on, there is a combination of like Captain Sam and Hulkbuster. They really crush your team, and having these additional revives from other characters, not just from Val, is quite important. Okay, offense down to everyone. Energy for Doctor Strange once again. Let's use the basic of this Ghost Rider. And once again, Doctor Strange giving energy to the allies. We could use the ultimate to heal up the team more. It's not going to be the case, but once again, if you are on a situation where you are facing very difficult content, you are going to have to revive the characters all the time, right? And that's it. Overall, I think this is a great combination of cosmic characters. Let's actually go back and let's use that team. So the team I would recommend right now to use, if I would be starting Dark Dimension again, this is the team that I would probably be using. So we're gonna use Kang, yes. We're gonna use let's select all cosmic. Okay, so Kang. We're gonna use who are we going to use? We could use this guy, and Val. Is Val here? Am I blind? Oh yeah, I don't remember Val because she doesn't have the helmet. Okay, so this would be a good possibility. Instead of Star-Lord, you could use Phyla-Vell. You have several options here. Star-Lord is nice because of the blind he applies, but he's kind of slow. And with the Phyla-Vell, you are giving drain to your allies that have a death proof. And as long as your allies are Hero Cosmic, Val is going to be able to apply death proof to them. So let's take a look at this team in action. This is probably the team I would take to Dark Dimension 6 if I would be starting over. The Star-Lord Annihilation is okay. That's it, is okay. It doesn't provide a lot. So in my opinion, Doctor Strange would be better because we would be reviving characters non-stop. Okay, so Kang, we're gonna use the basic for Kang. We don't want to show off Kang too much. We're gonna focus on the other characters instead. Now Photon is going to apply blind to everyone. Now we have Val. Let's use just the basic so she doesn't kill all the enemies. And now we are going to use the basic of Phyla-Vell to apply some additional offense downs to the team. Now we are going to flip those positive effects into negative effects and apply offense down and slow to the enemies. It seems like Doctor Strange never applies defense down. I need to check the code of the game to see if he's applying anything else or not, or if those are the only two options that we have available. But either way, you can see that we are going super fast with these characters. We have those multiple characters that can revive, and it really comes through. It really comes through when you are facing the enemies on Dark Dimension 6. Offense down to everyone, making your team a lot stronger. We have Val with defense up on everyone. This was thanks to Photon, but Val also can apply defense up to everyone. The only thing I want to show you is the ultimate of Val, where we can use the death proofs, and then it comes through the passive of Phyla-Vell. So you can see that now Strange Supreme, or Doctor Strange, he has the death proofs for the drain, he has evades, defense ups, deflects, and speed ups that we have together with all of these characters. And like I said, I think this is a great combination, and it's really going to make the cosmic nodes on Dark Dimension 6 very, very easy. Okay guys, so as you guys can see, Doctor Strange, the original Doctor Strange, has a lot of value now in the cosmic nodes. Once again, he's a very cheap option. He has a lot of synergies with other hero cosmic allies, and on top of that, you also can pair him up with Photon and make one of the best, if not the best team for Cosmic Dark Dimension 6 that you can use right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can see that Doctor Strange is not as garbage as Scarlet Witch was. He is a lot better, and especially when you start reviving characters, it just takes your experience to another level. And as always, if you found information on these videos helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.